Aight, we back. Couple boxes in the mail. Let's see what these boxes entail. Box number one. Got some piping here, some clamps. So I ordered basically a couple of these kits off of eBay here. And so I bought a 2.5 inch kit and a 3-inch kit because I'm going to do 3-inch on the throttle body side of the intercooler and then 2.5 on the intercooler side to the turbo. I'm weird. I just do that because the outlet to the turbo, or the outlet coming out of the turbo, is 2.5 inch, so I just opt to do 2.5 on that side. You know, try and keep velocity up as it makes its way to the intercooler. But you know, this came with a bunch of couplers and stuff. You know, 4-ply deals. These kits were like 80 bucks a piece. The price on them seemed like they've gone down a little bit. I've ordered some of this, which I've ordered like 3.5 kits from time to time, 3.5 inch kits. But yeah, I mean, for the money, you couldn't really beat it because it came with clamps and everything. You know, and essentially I probably have enough piping here to do 2 sets of intercooler pipes for EGs. So it's really hard to beat. But anyways, I'm gonna start getting this stuff out and let's start mocking up some intercooler piping. All right, so I got this cut up. I cut a section off there and then cut the bevel, or the bead roll off this 45, and I cut the bead roll off this 90, and you can kind of see how I'm gonna lay the piping out. You know, dropping it down through that hole there, which it should center up a lot better. And then I'll probably actually make a little bracket off here and bolt it right there, so it'll just stay there. It ain't gonna move and vibrate and all that. And then basically we're gonna try and cut this here, and then we're gonna try and cut this here, and then we're gonna make a, you know, bend and connect here. I'll probably cut this down here and then put a bead roll here, and then we'll have a coupler here so it's not all one piece, because getting one piece in and out there's a real pain when it's that long. So I'd say that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to cut that and put a coupler there, and then we'll 90 it. It's probably going to, yeah, honestly we can probably cut this right here, get this up, and then literally just cut it and then put one of the 90s right here. I'll go ahead and mark that so we can make that cut, and then I'm gonna lift this up, get this sitting where I need it to be inside that hole, you know, centered up inside there, and then I'll mark this pipe and cut it, so then we can put a coupler and a bead roll there, and then put a 90 off this side over here. So let me get that cut and we'll show you what we're working with. All right, so I took that 180 and I cut it down, and then you can see my mark here on the pipe. I'm gonna cut it. Well, the 180 was this section here, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and do that with it. I think that'll get me where I need to be. So I'm gonna cut this off this, good grief. I'm gonna cut that bead roll off, and then I'll probably just put some tape on it, tape it up just like I did up here, tape that, and then we'll cut this pipe, and then we'll check and see how our fitment is. Yeah, so I got this one side pretty much done. Had a 45, a 90, and then I took a 180 and cut up, so it took 3 pieces of pipe to do this side. These pipes are just far enough apart that it's gonna make for a pain to try and put a clamp up here above the frame rail, and then below it, I know it kind of looks like it's all right, but this pipe's actually kind of, you can see it's kind of pointed that direction, so there's not as much bite over here on this clamp or this coupler. But welds didn't turn out too bad. Not sure where I'm gonna put the blow-off valve yet. I don't know if I want to put it up here, like up top with a clamp, with one of the MRE tags, or if I want to like hide the blow-off valve down here in the inside the bumper. I don't know yet. I guess we'll find out. But that side's pretty much mocked up now. Now we can do this side, but I'm waiting on a coupler for this side since we are doing 2.5 and this is 3 inch. So I'm waiting on a 3 inch to 2.5 coupler before I do this side. But it should be relatively easy. Probably do a 180 and then a 90. Doing this outside. Aside from the welding, I didn't feel like rolling the TIG out here. But yeah, I mean, fits okay. It could be a little wider. We're gonna have to cut this and widen this by like an inch, just so it sits nice around the frame rail there. But you can see it's a little off there, and we're hitting right there. So that's as far forward as we can go. So yeah, we might have to add like oh well, I do have to go down. No, still won't be enough. So we're still gonna have to cut that and add a little 2.5 inch section there, and then it'll come out there, and we're gonna have to 90 it basically up in there. So we should be able to take a 90 off this and 90 over to this pipe here. I don't know, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll figure out where I want to put the blow off valve too. All right, so we got this pipe all done. Everything's good there. We came over and did this side. We took that 180 and just separated it a little bit, and then got it down in there, made it up to the turbo. I was gonna put a 90-degree aluminum bin down there, but I figured I'd use this coupler, just give me a little bit more wiggle room. But yeah, all the piping's coming out, looking pretty good. And then I really like this. I like the way it looks. I actually kind of like the polish, as much as I hate to say that out loud. We're gonna go through and put an MRE tag on there, and these little tags are flat, so to get them to contour to the pipe, I put some V-band clamps on them, and then because they're a lot thinner than the tubing, so it's kind of hard to weld because it wants to roll the edge of the tag over before it melts the tubing. So I kind of got to be very strategic with how I weld this. So I think what I'm gonna do, I normally try and weld all the way around it, but I think I'm just actually gonna weld down the sides. I think that'll be my easiest bet, because every time I try and weld down here and up here, it just wants to pull away, and it may be because it just heats up too fast. So maybe if I weld these first, let it cool down, and then try and weld the side, let it cool down, and try and weld the other side, maybe. Man, those welds don't look too bad there. These ones look like crap, because these flanges, these tile flanges, they have some kind of clear coat or some kind of shiny stuff on them, and I always forget to clean it off with a wire brush. My patience level is very thin when it comes to welding. But I think once we get that tag welded on, we may end up doing the piping all black. I know everybody's gonna be like, man, all your stuff's always black. Well, it's just easier to keep clean. Polished stuff doesn't look clean all the time, and it's easier just to wipe off black piping with glass cleaner. But anyways, I'm gonna get this tag welded on, and that's gonna finish up the intercooler piping part of this project. Looking pretty good. And this, literally, I had the 2.5 inch piping kit. It literally took one 180, and I cut like a 6 inch section out of a piece of straight, and that's what finished off that side. So I still have a bunch of 2.5 inch piping. And then I have like a 180, a 90, and another 45 off the 3 inch piping kit. So I've got enough piping, I could do another piping kit on a car. So leftover parts, it's good. Like I said, each one of those kits was like 80 bucks, and it came with the couplers and the clamps. So not too bad. 160 bucks for the intercooler piping. Oh. Got our little MRE tag welded on there. Like I said, I'm not sure if I want to leave it polished or make it black or what. I did end up leaving this pipe a little too long, so whenever you shut the hood currently, I'm pretty sure the intercooler or the blow-off valve hits. See if we can watch it whenever I try and Yeah, see, whenever I push down on it, it pushes that pipe down. I have to do some adjusting on that. I did want the pipe to kind of be level with the motor. Sometimes, you know, you see them kind of dip back, but initially I didn't expect it to sit up that high. But I mean, it doesn't look bad, especially once all the wiring and stuff's in there. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with it. Maybe I'll change it. I don't know. But I wanted it all kind of level. I don't know. But yeah, it's all done. You know, let me know what you think. We should paint it black or leave it polished or wrinkled black or what. You know, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. But that is going to wrap up the budget car do-it-yourselfer intercooler piping. And I built all this, you know, the welder's in the shop, but I did all this measuring and stuff out here in the dark. I was out here until probably, I don't know, 11 o'clock last night, messing with this side here, trying to get this pipe right here a little better, where it met underneath where the wheel is here. And yeah, just doing it outside. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep following along. Let me know what you think about the budget car stuff too. You know, it seems to be doing pretty good as far as, you know, traffic, and the analytics and stuff shows that it, you know, people like it. I think this stuff actually gets more views than, say, the Mustang or the old Dodge truck. So it's kind of funny to me. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you all in the next one.